everyone, today I would like to showcase to you how to properly optimize and debloat your AMD driver. I will be showing you two different methods today, a simple method and an advanced method. You don't need to do both, and if you already know you want to do the advanced method, you can completely skip the first one. I've left timestamps in the video so you can jump straight to the method you want. Firstly, you need to go on the first link of the video description to download the simple pack from a Google Drive. Once you have it installed on your downloads folder, you will need to extract it. I use 7zip, you can use anything, it's a .zip file. The first step is to install your AMD drivers. So we'll go in this folder, open this link, and this will prompt you to the official AMD website. You can scroll down here, go on graphic, and find your graphics card. For me, I have an RX 9000 series, RX 9070 XT. You will go to the Windows version you have, I have Windows 11, and install the Adrenaline edition here, not the autodirected install. You press download here and let this install. Once the driver is installed, you can leave it on the downloads folder so we can proceed with the next step. So let's proceed with step number 2. Instead of here you will see two things, device manager and the Windows boot selection tool. Before we use this .bat file, you will need to disconnect your Ethernet cable or disconnect your Wi-Fi, or if you don't want to disconnect your Ethernet cable, you can go on device manager and you can find on network adapter, right click on this and disable your Ethernet controller. Press yes on here, and this will prevent Windows Update from automatically downloading your AMD graphics card's drivers. Once you've done that, you can close out of device manager. So the next step is to run this .bat file as an administrator. But if anyone's wondering what does this .bat file does, you can right click on it and press edit. This will show you exactly what it does. So right click on it, run as administrator. You will need to press 1 here so we can put into safe mode, and you can absolutely press yes here. It will automatically restart into safe mode. Unfortunately, I cannot record into safe mode, but I will show you a screenshot on how safe mode looks. Once you're in safe mode, you will need to go back in this folder and we can proceed to the step number 3. You need to run display driver installer as an administrator. Press OK here, select device type GPU. This will automatically show AMD. Here you need to press clean and do not restart, as we will restart our computer later. Once it's over, you will need to press yes here. Now go back into the optimization pack. You will need to go back to number 2, run this .bat file again as an administrator, select 2 and hit yes. Once you're back into regular Windows, you will need to run the AMD driver setup as admin. Once this screen appears, you will need to untick this box and hit accept and install. Once this screen appears, untick both of these and press close. Then go back on the optimization folder and go to number 4. You'll need to run this path as admin, press 1, and you'll need to restart your computer. Once you started, you'll need to go back on the optimization pack and launch Radeon software. Press skip this. Now go on the settings, go on preferences and untick everything in here. Now on the hotkeys, untick hotkeys. On audio and video, make sure noise suppression is disabled. Now on display, if you have a monitor that supports AMD FreeSync, you can leave it enabled, but if you want the lowest possible latency, you should disable this. Now you need to go into the override, press this button, press I accept and untick this. And lastly, on display color enhancement, put this on vivid gaming. On system, you can uncheck issue detection. Now go on performance and tuning, and you can check favor performance here. Lastly, go on gaming, graphics, scroll down, enable anti-lag, enable Radeon boot and put this on performance. Scroll further down until you find texture filtering quality, put this on performance, and enable surface format optimization. Once you copied all of the settings, you are good to go. One last thing for the people that disable their network controller through device manager, you need to go back into the optimization pack, go to number 2, device manager, and enable your controller. The last thing is pressing right click on your desktop, display settings, scroll all the way down, go on advanced display, and select your monitor's refresh rate. This was pretty much it for the simple method. Now let's go onto the advanced method. Now for the method 2, the advanced method. Before we even start, I need to give you a massive disclaimer. This is a highly stripped down install because of how much we are removing. Some maps and games won't work at all. For example, one game I found that completely breaks is Minecraft. If you play a wide variety of games, go back and use the simple method. This route is purely for maximum latency reduction and for maximum FPS. Also, I know for a fact FPS games like CS2, Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant and many others work completely fine with this. You may have trouble with AAA games such as Cyberpunk, Alan Wake and others, but I had success with this driver on some AAA games like Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill F. So go on the second link on the description so we can download the optimization pack advanced. Once you downloaded this and have it on your downloads folder, you need to extract it. So the first step is going onto the 0 folder, take ownership, run this script as admin, press 1 to add take ownership, we will remove this later, and exit out of this. Now go ahead onto the number 1, installing your AMD driver. When you open this link, it will redirect you to the official AMD website, which you can install your driver. Scroll down, you need to select graphics, and here you can find your graphics card. I have a Radeon RX 9000 series 9070 XT. Press and bit, select the Windows Windows version here, I have Windows 11, and download the Adrenaline Edition, not to detect and install. Once you downloaded this, you can leave it on the downloads folder, go back to the optimization pack, go on to folder number 2. Here we will see two files, one device manager shortcut and the .bat we will use. You will need to remove your Ethernet cable or disconnect your Wi-Fi, or you can use device manager and find your network adapter and right click disable. Once that step is complete, we can go ahead and run this .bat file as administrator. You will need to press 1 here, enter, and yes, unfortunately I can't record into safe mode, but I can show you a screenshot of what it looks like. Once you are in safe mode, go back on the optimization pack, go on to number 3 and run display driver installer as an administrator. Press OK on here, select device type GPU, this will automatically show AMD, and press clean and do not restart. Once this message appears, press yes here. Now go back on the optimization folder, go back on number 2, run this as admin again, now press 2 and hit yes. Once you're back, go back on the optimization pack, now go on folder number 4 and launch Radeon Software Slimmer. Once this is open, go on pre-install, press browse, go on download, select your AMD driver setup, press open, press next. So here you need to press select none and select only AMD display driver and AMD settings. AMD settings is optional. You can use another tool to change the settings, but I highly recommend you install the AMD settings. Now go on schedule tasks, select none, go on display driver components, select none, press modify installer, press run installer. Once you set it here, untick this, press additional options. Here where it says default, press minimal and hit accept and install. Once you see this window, uncheck both of these and press close. As soon as you press close, you will most likely see this message. This is very easy to fix. Just press OK here and you need to open the second thing on the folder called everything. We need to find a specific .dll that causes this problem. I will have it on the video description. Once you search for it, you might have multiple of these. You will need to find the one that is under Windows System 32. Select it, press right click and press take ownership. Then right click again and press delete. You can exit out of everything and now go back on the optimization folder. Go back on number 4, Debloat the AMD driver. Then you will need to open geek.exe, find AMD install manager, right click, uninstall and press finish on here. Now back on the Debloat the AMD driver, open Autoruns. Once this is open and it says ready down here, you will need to uncheck some stuff. Firstly, AMD noise suppression, then AMD install. It might give you this error, press OK, but if you go up here and refresh, you'll see this is unchecked. Uncheck AMD Ryzen Master, uncheck start CN. This will do the same thing, press OK and refresh. Then AMD external events, and lastly AMD Ryzen Master driver. Once you do all of that, exit out of Autoruns. Now open everything again and search for AMD bug tool. You need to select everything, press right click, take ownership, then right click again and delete. You can exit out of everything. Now go on to the folder number 5 and run this path as an administrator. Press 1 here and restart your computer. Once you restarted, go back on the optimization pack and now we have two categories. For the people that kept AMD settings, you need to open Radeon software. Once this is open, untick check for update, go on the notifications, press clear all, go on preferences, uncheck everything, go on display. If your monitor supports AMD FreeSync, uncheck it, go on overrides, press this, press I accept and disable this. Lastly, go on to display color enhancement and put this on vivid gaming. Now go on to graphics. You can leave FSR enabled, but if you only play FPS games, you should disable this. Make sure Radeon anti-lag is enabled, enable Radeon boost, put this on performance, scroll down until you find texture filtering quality, put this on performance and enable this. You can now exit out of the Radeon software, go back on the optimization pack, go in the folder number 2. Now this is for the people that didn't install AMD settings. Go into the folder number 6, open more clock tool and you can change every setting I showed previously on the Radeon software inside of here. The only setting that is missing is the display color enhancements that really makes the colors pop, so I would definitely recommend using the Radeon software. Once you change everything inside of here, you can press save and you can name this like config. So every time you update your drivers, you can press load, select this file, open and press set and you're good to go. Now for the people that disabled their network controller through device manager, go back on the folder number 2, go in device manager and right click enable. The last thing is pressing right click on your desktop, display settings, scroll all the way down, go on advanced display and select your monitor's refresh rate. And finally, go on 0, take ownership, run the .bat as administrator and press 2. This was pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something new today. I would really appreciate if you leave a like on this video so I know you like my content and I should keep going.